Welcome to the I'm Mr. Morning program. Beau Dietl. Good morning, Mr. Dietl.
Good morning, Don. How are you, my friend?
Good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I saw a couple of movies this weekend, and I just want to talk about a little about that.
You seen The Hurt Locker?
I picked it as the best movie. I saw that a few weeks ago. It was hands down the best movie of the year, one of the best movies I ever saw.
I don't know how. I couldn't get out of my head that it wasn't a documentary.
Wow, that's all handheld cameras, really good. And then today I took little Beau to see that Brooklyn Finest. What a disgrace! It's all about the New York City Police Department.
How old is little Beau?
Little Beau's 15.
Okay.
And we go see the movie. I love going to the movies. I'm become a real movie buff, and we go to the movies together.
So's Warner, you know.
Yeah, and you know something? Movies to me is like an escape, but then you look at the way they were made and all that. This Brooklyn Finest, just cut to the chase. It's made by a couple of Israeli guys, and all they do is show every cop being corrupt, every cop being murderers, drug dealers. To me, it's a disgrace, and they had, good cast. They had Richard Gere there, and the guy, the tax cheat there, Wesley Snipes, and all these other guys, right? And you know what? I'm sick and tired of seeing these movies because people go to the theater and they think all cops are all corrupt. And, I'm retired 25 years, but I have a camaraderie to all cops out there. And when they look at these movies, they look upon them. Then I stumble upon a movie called LBS. It was made by this guy, Carmine Famagetti. Low-budget movie, independent. It won some award at the Sundance Film Festival. It's about what a lot of people face is the obesity with their children, growing up being heavy-set and all that. And
I'm just listening. You have to really listen to you to figure out what you're saying, but go ahead.
All right, the movie's called LBS. It won an award in the Sundance Film Festival. It was 10 years in the making. This guy, Carmine Famagetti, it's a low-budget movie. It's not all rah-rah, but it's filmed very well. It takes place upstate. He runs upstate. He's laughed at by everybody. He lost 100 pounds during the making of this movie, 10 years in the making the movie. He then, his family, everyone's against him, and everybody's calling him a fat slob and really being obnoxious to him. And this is what a lot of kids face by being a little heavy. And he shows the whole thing of his mother cooking, how he eat, Italian family, and how he got heavy. And then he runs upstate, and he goes and gets a trailer up there. He lives in the trailer, and then he meets a gal, and then he finally loses the weight. He comes back. One of his best friends is a junkie, gets into cocaine, becomes a street junkie, and it's a great story. But you want to know the bottom line of the story is, the bottom line at the end, he gains all the weight back. So you got a guy who's 300 pounds, loses 100 pounds, and then by the time the movie's over, he gains the 100 pounds back. I mean, it's a real tearjerker. It's going to come out at the Village East.
Well, it's really like a happy movie.
Well, you want to know something? It's a real movie. It's a real movie.
Well, fine. We're all living real lives.
Carmine Famagetti.
We don't need to go. So we want to see Jennifer Aniston or somebody.
Well, you want to know something?
Having a happy time.
Yeah, but you want to know something? Maybe about 40% of the kids in America grow up by being teased by other people, calling them, hey, fatso, hey, slobbo. You want to know something? It's a great movie for everyone to see. This kid, Carmine Famagetti, is ringing the NASDAQ bell this morning. I'm telling you about it. It blew me out.
The Jets coach just had that
bypass surgery?
The band put around his stomach to shrink his
band surgery.
Yeah.
Shrink his stomach. It's an adjustable band, so.
Right. Yeah.
And what's the matter with Warner?
No, I say right. That's what John Daly had, right.
Yeah. Well, it's a great movie, and it's called LBS.
These people can't discipline themselves. Well, they can't, that's all.
Well, you want to know,
I couldn't stop drinking for years.
It's not all discipline either. You grow up in an Italian family. Your mother's stuffing you with macaroni and meatballs on Sunday. Finish your plate.
Mom,
okay, forget about it. Let's just talk about what Bernie was talking about. Hey, Bernie, we got to talk about, you're talking about the secondary mortgage. Let's face it, there's one name that was kind of adding to the ice cream on the cake. How about Andrew Cuomo that ran HUD, 1999? Oh, if he can't afford a mortgage, just give it to him anyway. Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, people got rewarded. This has to be opened up, how we got in this debacle. It all didn't just start with Carter. That was the beginning. But then my friend Andrew...
Well, yeah, I did all start with Carter.
Yeah, you happen to be wrong, Beau. It did start with Carter. Who did it start with?
And they added it on in 1999.
Oh, no, they did. It exploded.
When you didn't have to have a job. When you didn't have to have a job.
No, you're right.
When you could just get a mortgage for nothing. I can't get a credit line now, and I got a business for 25 years, and the banks go, ha, 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 Beau, you ain't giving you any money. I say to the banks, excuse me, business, 25 years, never went bankrupt. I got 350 men working for me with families. Sorry, but you know what? You can't get a loan. Well, how about my receivables? Can't we match them? I'm sorry, we're not lending money. This is the problem in America today. Lend to the small businesses out there. Stop the baloney with this. You run up money fast enough to these banks. AIG. What about the little guys like Beau, Dietl,
turning orange.
I don't care what color I turn. And you want to know something?
Damn right.
Another good thing. Again, people should watch is the HBO series.
Right, which one?
The Pacific.
Pacific.
Oh, yeah.
First one was last night.
You watch
Great.
it? Was it good, Bernie?
It was fantastic. Absolutely.
It is. It isn't fantastic. It's not all rah-rah nonsense. Okay. It's the depths and the heights of.
Beau Dietl here in the Atmosphere. We're going to 12 minutes, not 12 hours.